Hello, my name is Philip. I am a new Guild Wars 2 player and I think PvP is very fun. But I'm not very good. I want to get better, and a part of getting better is identifying and working on your mistakes, which is why I am starting this hopefully long series or multiple videos where I go over some of my games and analyze them, point out mistakes, point out what could have been done differently. This will not be scripted. I have picked out a game that I thought was not super close. We lost quite handily. There was a lot of mistakes from my side, both micro and macro mistakes. I should preface that I'm not I'm not new to computer games, or I have played computer games more or less my entire life, mainly first-person shooter games. When I was younger, I have taken a several-year break, and I wanted something that I could play sort of whenever I felt like it. And for me, that game turned out to be Guild Wars 2. I haven't played much or any PvE at all, so I do not have experience there to draw from. I should also preface this video by saying that I recently changed my keybinds, which is why I fumble sometimes. Let's see here. Game start. I've run around quite a bit here in the beginning. I should be looking at mute, yes. I should be looking at the enemy's team comp and our own team comp. Our own team comp, we have two thieves. I am not familiar with the specific specializations, but we have two thieves, one Gale Shot and me playing Soul Beast Sic Em Sniper, and a Necromancer. I think that icon is. My immediate thoughts are we lack a front line. This is not ideal for my part. I like to play at range. I like to use my bow, both as the filler, but also the one wolf pack, I think it's called, Sic Em. I swap pets or use the E ability and then the arrow volley or barrage, or I am not actually sure what the name, but my 2 skill. And then I use normal 1 skill between as filler. Another mistake this game, which I would actually attribute to me not checking the enemy team comp. They have 2 or maybe even 3 necromancers with fear. I only have 1 stun break, and well, we will see that later in the video. I'm very bad at using it for the actual stun break. I see it more as, or I have seen it more as a defensive cooldown, using it before the damage to reduce the incoming damage. In this game, that was very much the wrong thing to do, which we will see later. I should not be using the signet of swiftness, I think it's called. I should not be using this. I get movement speed from my like soul beast combination, or being fused with my pet. So the movement speed is actually cancelled out, because I found out recently that movement speed in Guild Wars 2 is only applied by the effect with the largest effect. Soul speed fusion with a trait I have spec'd into gives me 30%. This only gives me 25%. The only use of this then is the active part to make your attacks unblockable. And I don't think there was any blocking going on in this game, making this skill useless. Let's skip forward a bit to the actual game. Here we go. Good. Used all three of my dashes to my second skill, my third skill, and my boar F2 skill to get to the point faster. Good.
They took the henge. You've taken the mine.
Huh, you're kidding me, right?
I do actually look at the map here and see that two of my teammates, I think, no, only one, went down here. So I'm prepared for these guys to join this fight eventually. So the goal is to kill these two players as fast as possible, to be prepared for the other team to join, or to just run away.
Attack my target!
Okay. I think there was a couple of micro mistakes here. I used my one wolf pack and then my sword plus warhorn 4 ability. Good. I think that's fine. I could have used Sic Em as well for the extra damage, but I think that's fine. Then I swapped to the bow and attacked the Gale Shot, Gale Burst Ranger with my second skill. I'm not sure where my 4 skill went. I think it went into the dodge. But since I didn't use Sic Em before, I'm not sure why I didn't use it here, since I used my second skill. I also didn't swap pet to my offensive pet. If I had, I could have used the Q to follow him when he ran away. Let's go with that. Let's not make it too complicated. I made some mistake. They're not massive, but still. I also shouldn't have used my fifth skill here. I'm not sure why I did that. Okay, here I just used my second skill. I do not have quickness. I should have used my F3, get the quickness, and then F2. As I said, I like to play at range. That's partially because I don't have the micro mechanics to actually win these 1v1s. But also, maybe it's just because I play bad, but I find myself to have a little less sustain and survivability than a lot of the other specs I'm playing against. Here, I should not have used this defensive cooldown. If anything, I should have used my Q or my F2 to avoid damage here, and saved this for an eventual stun. What else should I have done? I should have, ideally, when this guy went down, I should have turned around, swapped weapons, dashed, and just ran away, either to team up with my teammate again, or just to keep running. Here we have the fear, and I don't have a stun break. And then fear again. And I'm done.
Spaniards return. The keep's been lost.
Yeah, another micro mistake. I should have swapped to the sword plus warhorn and dashed to try and help my teammates on the point. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't even need to point out.
You've taken the mine.
Dust.
I've got the target.
I think that was actually pretty good. When I'm just like using my one skill to kill a down player, I look around, see if any other enemies come to join the fight. That was pretty good.
Spaniard's been beaten. They took the henge.
That's how it's done.
I should use my E skill into 2 with Sic Em. Do I do that? Yes. 2 and C. Perfect.
Urge to kill rising.
The keep is yours.
Had enough. Refreshing. You can't keep a good man down.
I should not have swapped back to my bow. I should have stayed on sword warhorn, so I have access to dashes, so I can join the fight of the over the middle point faster.
Your enemy took the mine.
E 4 2. E 4 2. And then I got necro. That was like a proper rotation.
That feels good.
Again, I used my defensive prematurely, and then I got feared and just killed him. I'm using the downtime
The
to
keep's been lost.
look at the map, plan my next move. What do I do when I
You've
respawn?
seized the henge.
Strong.
I need to get used to like when the enemy is super close, and I use my second skill. I should not hold down right click, because if I do and they move outside of my field of view, or like the attack cone, the ability gets cancelled. But I think if I don't hold down the right mouse button, my character will follow them much better.
Protect me.
Good. I get feared. I used my stun break. Perfect.
They took the henge. The chieftain has returned. Svanir's return.
Souvenir from the footsteps.
I messed up a little here. I didn't think that like all of these shots were going to be obstructed. Oh, whoops! I didn't think all of these shots were going to be obstructed, but I think I should have focused the necromancer instead. I think, yeah, I think I should have focused the necromancer instead, and I didn't use Sic Em, which was a mistake. I should not have used the fifth ability here. I'm not sure why I did.
I need help.
Everywhere.
Urge to kill rising.
You've taken the mine.
Good. I identified that.
Protect me.
I identified that the objective was up, and then I go for it. I think I used my 2 skill prematurely. I used it on the boss instead of on the enemy players. But otherwise, I think that was like an okay 2v2.
Help me out.
I think this was also the right decision. I saw that all my teammates died, and I'm like, I cannot like 1v4
The keep's been lost.
whatever that was. So yeah, I tried to run. I saved my stun break with the fear. Good. Use my 8 frames. Heal. Wasn't enough, but I think that was a like a proper attempt.
I need help.
Your enemy took the mine.
And I noticed the necromancer was focusing me, and then I tried to heal and just delay as much as possible. And then we lost. Okay, so to summarize, micro mistakes quite a lot. I'm still getting used to the game. I'm still getting used to my keybinds. Macro mistakes, not a lot, I don't think. I think maybe I could have gone with my necromancer more, because he is the most tanky character on the team, and I need someone to soak up some damage. Other than that, I should have saved my stun break more for actual stuns. It's not like, even though using it prematurely might save me from more damage, um, by using it to break a stun, I can also dash, probably avoiding like a lot more damage than otherwise. I should also look at the enemy team during the setup phase or the pre-match. Identify what characters they have, who should I target, who should I be afraid of. Um, Also look at my own team, who is tanky, who isn't, who can I basically follow to use as a meat shield while I just hang it back and do damage. Something else, something else. I don't think so. I think I did yeah, a decent amount of damage. Um, I think 3 deaths was actually too much for this game. One of them was like the last death was. I don't think that I could have avoided that one. But the two before was because of bad defensive management and a little micro. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is hopefully the first of many reviews. Um, Hope you learned something. I I certainly did. This was, I think I have around 40 games at this point with a negative win rate, but I think that's fine. I'm still learning and I'm having fun. Thank you for watching.